What happens when the highest judicial authority in a democracy compares its frustrated youth to pests? In May 2026, the Supreme Court of India didn't just dismiss public outrage, it provoked an insurgency wrapped in absurdity. This is the chronicle of case study CJP, how a satirical internet party became classified as a national security threat in less than 96 hours. On May 15, 2026, Chief Justice Suryakant uttered words that would permanently fracture the contract between the state and its citizens. Quote, "They are youngsters like cockroaches. There are already parasites in society. You attack these people, you attack the system." Behind the rhetoric lay a grim backdrop: millions of degrees worthless, standardized testing papers routinely leaked on encrypted chat apps, and an impenetrable wall of systemic impunity. Instead of rioting in the streets or burning buses, the youth found a weapon more lethal than stones: hyper-irony. Enter Abhijit Dipke, a 30-year-old researcher at Boston University, who decided to weaponize the insult. He formed the Cockroach Janata Party, the CJP. The criteria for entry: simple. Are you lazy? Do you spend hours online? Do you identify as a cockroach? Traditional identity politics, caste, religion, and region, were instantly rendered obsolete. What followed defied every metric of political science. In just 48 hours, 40,000 followers on Twitter. Within 96 hours, 8 million on Instagram. Powered entirely by decentralized, AI-generated content, satirical songs, deepfake parliamentary mock reports, and absurd digital anthems, the CJP became the fastest organically growing movement in digital history, dwarfing official establishment handles. Why did the establishment panic? Because behind the insect costume lay a razor-sharp legislative manifesto targeting the elite's jugular. Point 1. No post-retirement Rajya Sabha seats for retiring judges. Point 2. Arrest the chief election commissioner under anti-terror laws for voter suppression. Point 3. Revoke corporate media licenses. It wasn't comedy anymore, it was an exact blueprint for dismantling institutional corruption. Consider the grotesque hypocrisy of the state threat matrix. Millions of leaked exam papers ruining a generation's future. Dismissed as isolated administrative hiccups, marked no for national security threat. But a satirical website where kids wear cardboard cockroach shells demanding systemic accountability. Flagged immediately by the Intelligence Bureau as a clear and present danger to the state. When dialogue fails, authoritarian power resorts to the playbook. Triggered by a CJP petition demanding the education minister's resignation that pulled 600,000 views in 1 hour, the state launched a 4-tier crackdown. Tier 1, digital erasure via emergency Twitter blocks and website shutdowns. Tier 2, coordinated cyber assaults on their accounts. Tier 3, leaked private numbers and direct bribery attempts. And Tier 4, actual physical intimidation and death threats sent to Abhijit and his family. Unable to handle organic decentralized dissent, the machinery tried to invent a conspiracy. Was he a Pakistani ISI asset? Fabricated police records leaked. Was he a covert operative for the AAP party? His open public bio from years prior was twisted into a deep state thriller. Even state media cell mouthpieces claimed Western intelligence agencies were using Gen Z to destabilize Indian democracy. Every single fabrication was swiftly dismantled by public fact-checkers. When the authorities tried to block the main portal, the movement mutated like an actual organism. Within minutes, over 3,000 mirror sites popped up across decentralized IPFS networks and encrypted channels. You cannot issue a takedown notice to an ideology spread across millions of anonymous flash drives and burner phones. The state was fighting a hydra with a pair of scissors. At its core, case study CJP exposed a terrifying reality for the ruling class. A total collapse of language between generations. The elders ruling the republic speak the archaic language of solemn institutions, ceremonial decorum, and absolute deference. The youth live in a hyper-accelerated reality of absurdity, memes, and radical cynicism. When the state calls you a pest, you don't file a grievance committee report, you wear the shell with pride. What started as an Indian courtroom insult rapidly metastasized into a global blueprint for digital civil disobedience. Within weeks, parallel movements sprouted from South Korea to South America, youth adopting insect avatars, bureaucratic satire, and irony-poisoned manifestos to mock out-of-touch oligarchies. The Cockroach Janata Party proved that when formal political systems lock out their citizens, humor becomes the ultimate asymmetrical weapon. As of today, the website is blocked, the creators face ongoing harassment, and the establishment pretends the storm has passed. But beneath the surface floorboards of Indian democracy, millions remain registered in the ledger of the absurd. Because history teaches us one undeniable rule: you can ban the party, you can censor the meme, but you can never exterminate an entire generation that has learned to laugh at your threats. This has been Case Study CJP. Stay critical, stay cynical, and until next time, keep crawling.